Good afternoon, everybody. Nice to see you. Nice to see nice sunshine again we've got out there, isn't it? Very nice indeed. Right, with that in mind, the sunshine, we're coming up to the summer holidays. I think it's this week that they all break up from school. It's called Bedlam, isn't it? Bedlam for most households. This is where I think the novelty of the kids' home, if I can remember it, is about 2 weeks. And then the remaining 4, parents are tearing their hair out. How are they going to keep them occupied? What are they going to do that doesn't cost a fortune? And the big one, and this is relevant, how are they going to find enough holiday to be able to have off so that the children are looked after? Because out there in jobland, what is it most people get? I think it's 4 to 5 weeks paid holiday. Absolutely appalling, isn't it? And even if there are 2 parents, it doesn't always work out, because why should one parent have to take off time separate to the other parent? There's a thought. You're like ships that pass in the night. So this is all about, it's summertime and it's a great time, but actually for a lot of people, I think they struggle and think my business is going to slow down. Now I'm going to share with all of you, every summer my business has increased. I actually see it grow, and that's what I'm going to share with you. It does not have to decline. So I'm going to share lots of little ideas and stuff on how you can continue to keep this momentum up. And if you have team, you're probably concerned, are the team going to wane? Is their activity going to wane because all the kids are off school and stuff like that? Well, the answer is no, it doesn't need to. So I'm going to give you some ideas of what you can do. So probably lots of note taking might be a great idea. Okay. And I'm going to share with you that some of these ideas have come from within. Some of them have come from others. I am not an oracle. I think actually I'm a copycat in this business. And actually it's a really good thing to be a copycat. Copy the people that are successful and you won't go wrong. This is one area of life in this work. Do you remember at school, if you were caught copying your peers' notes, you got a slap on the wrist, didn't you, by your teacher? Well, I certainly did in my day. This is one where actually it's good to copy others. All right, it's really, really good. So first of all, let's have a think about what are the distractions. Let's do the negative. What do we perceive as the distractions that are going to cause you to maybe not work so much, the team not to work so much? Well, first thing is, it's when most families will have their holiday. Yeah, because they are coerced to have their holidays in the summer holidays or holiday time, because they're not allowed to pull kids out of term time. In fact, I think they actually get fines these days, don't they? Which is absolutely terrible, really awful. So parents don't have a lot of choice, and I always feel for them, because one of the things I know is all the package holiday deals everywhere, they put their prices up. So it's a double whammy. They've got these children, they want to take them away and spend quality time with them, and now they're paying more. Let's turn that round. Let's just turn that round right now. There is something in there that's a positive for us. So would you say that the home purse is stretched? Absolutely it is. Isn't that when most people, the families, needing to pay for holidays at the most expensive time that all the holiday companies charge more. Isn't that a fantastic way to maybe say to them, do you know what? I can show you a way of getting another £500 a month to help. Yeah. So there's a positive from what could be classed as a negative. Okay. So there's holidays that can take them away. Possibly some parents are farming their children out to grandparents so they can carry on working. I tell you what, yes, it's great for, I mean, I want my grandsons some of the holiday, of course I do. It's a great thing. However, I do think it's hard on parents because I think there's this constant guilt trip going on that they should be with them all the time. And of course they can't be, because actually when it's term time, they might do the school run and all of that. But while they're working, the kids are being educated, inverted commas, and, you know, it's all kind of, the machine is running. But now the kids aren't at school. So actually we're talking long days that they're around. A lot of parents, here's another one. It could be a positive. A lot of parents these days are doing flexible hours where they're working from home remotely. We aren't the minority. By the way, are you aware of that now? We're the norm. The whole concept of working has changed. And actually, I think it's in our favour. We are the norm. And so a lot of parents, because I know my son-in-law, Neil, he works from home. But the downside is, and I've been there, can you keep the kids quiet? So, you know, there's the other side. Don't interrupt dad or interrupt mum. So there's the other side of it. So that possibly puts the pressure on the other parent to have to take them out more. And it's great while the sun's shining, because you know what, I can remember you could pack up a picnic. I used to do it so often. You could take them into the forest, you could take them down the beach, sun, sea, sand, kids are happy. Do you know what? A bucket, a spade, and they're loving it. Water activity. However, what about all those days in the summer? We've just had a few. Gosh, Friday, what happened to the weather? I mean, it was all day, it was relentless. Oh, isn't that the nightmare for the families? What do they do with children when you can't go out? Because, as we all know, the activities when you take children out, oh my God, they're expensive. So I've done this stuff. I've taken my, I was having my grandsons for a couple of days and the weather decided not to be kind. We had all sorts of wonderful things planned, loads of physical activity. We were going to take them orienteering, pack up lunches, go up Golden Cat. We had it all planned. No, the weather had another idea. So then it was bowling and stuff like that. This is not cheap. This is not cheap for families. This is something else that means UW can help. Now, what's the kind of things that we can do? How can we help people? How can we carry on running our business when we're going on holiday? Right, folks, I'm telling you now, a few years ago, do you remember lockdown and all of that malarkey? Well, there was a period of time when there was a hole, a window, and I made the most of it. And I took my parents and we went down to my house in Spain for a month. Now, it was a holiday, but some of you will remember this. I said to the teams, look, I'm on holiday. Give me the day. I want to be with my parents. I'm taking them out. We're having a holiday. But you can book me for an appointment in the morning or an appointment in the evening, because I had the internet set up and I'd sit on my balcony with a nice glass of sangria, laptop in front of me, Zoom in, the wonders of technology, and I was still supporting people. So even if you're on holiday, does your business have to end? You can keep consistent. Now, some would say, oh, I'm not going to work while I'm on holiday. Well, I'm going to say to you, you know what? It's all about what you want out of this. Because if you're looking for complete freedom, you might say to yourself for a few years, well, I'm going to do today what others won't do, so I can have tomorrow what others won't have. And I've got that. And I did go away for 3 weeks to Miami, and I didn't work my business. No, that's a lie. There was one day I was helping a customer with a pack code on my honeymoon. I was actually on Miami Beach, South, doing it. Oh my God, the wonders of technology. Crazy. All right. But there's so much that we can still do. And I would say to you, please bear this in mind. If you've got holidays coming up, try and continue to be consistent. Now, there is an amazing podcast, all right, which I've listened to. It's Tamsin Ford, Deborah Glover, and I'm sorry if I get his name right, but I think it's Kalichi Adami. All right, it's really good. You'll see it. And it is about the summer. And what they say is, this is Tamsin's analogy. And I've heard this in so many different formats, but I think it's really good to take note. She says, treat your business a bit like a car. Try and keep out of first gear. If you remain in first gear, when there's a blip, i.e., there's a week you definitely can't do anything because you really are committed, there's a likelihood that if you are not out of first gear, the car's going to stall. That means your business is going to stall because you're doing so little consistently that you're losing track. You know, it's that same thing like Rob Barras says, it's like going to the gym. If you go to the gym only once a month, you are not going to get a body, he says, like this. You've got to do it consistently. And I thought the analogy of the gears, she said, if you can keep that car, your business, in second or third gear, when there is a genuine part of the year when you cannot work, do you know what? You have saved yourself. Now, why would you want to not completely put it down? I'll tell you why. Because you're growing a business for the ultimate to build a residual income. That's the number one. Never forget this. Build the royalty income. Build the royalty income. Because when you get over 50 personal customers, when you build a team, it keeps coming. And I can see some fantastic nodding by Rod there. I can see Lindsay nodding. And I know that Annette knows this too. The money keeps coming. And I know Shelley's listening to this, so she knows it as well. The money keeps coming. If you are on that upfront customer bonus, oh gosh, this is when it gets hard, because when you do have to have time off, if you haven't built the residual income, now it really kicks in. So you want to keep consistent, because otherwise you're going to lose loads. All right, really, really important this, ever so important. So you want to keep it going. Now, why else do you want to keep it going? I'll tell you why. Because there are incentives. There's holidays. Now, they do give us life belts, okay? But I know that the minimum requirement is 4 points a month, okay? 4 points. Now, that could just be one customer, couldn't it? Effectively, if they had 4 services. It might be 2 customers. So this stretch of summer, you've got to say to yourself, well, I want to keep it going because I want to keep the holiday points up. There's also Andrew's Challenge. And they've now announced that Andrew's Challenge is you're going to get to go up into the special room, and I've done it, it's very nice, get served properly at tables with proper cutlery, glasses, wine, and all the rest of it. Very nice. At Amplify. How nice is that? And, you know, there's that. So you want to keep it going. So there's lots of reasons why you want to keep it going. Okay, now, how can you make it happen more? Well, I tell you what, say to yourself, like me, I've got a daughter saying to me, Mum, I haven't seen you since you're back from Miami. Oh my gosh, do you know it's actually already about 5 weeks? Where did that go? I don't know. It's just flown by. And I've still not seen my girls. Because I got back and immediately I was on a 20k giveaway called Shake and Stir with Kev. Well worth it, mind you. Got lots of business from it. And then we had a week off and my daughter was busy. Then I went up and supported a northern team in Lichfield at another festival over 3 days. So I wasn't around when she was around. Then this weekend that's just been, we've had off and she's not been here. She's been at a festival in London with some friends. And she said, oh, what about this weekend, Mum? Oh, no, I'm doing something called Netley Marsh, which is a steam fair. Now, you could probably say, why is Lisa still doing all this? Well, I tell you why. Because my business, I notice, has always increased in what we call the 20k giveaway season. Used to be Win a Mini. Because all of a sudden I am exposed to so many more people that I didn't know. Now, there is a point at which your personal contacts, your organic growing contacts, does come to a kind of grinding halt, but it's slower. Because I mean, here I am, just short of 700. No, I haven't got to 700. It's not in my game plan. All right, it's all about the team. But I've really, really used my organic list, contact list. But where I've gained is doing these events where there's loads of people I come in front of that I've never met before, dealing with the general public. How good is that? And what happens is you get lots of business. Now, I'm going to share with you that the Shake and Stir on the Saturday, I got 7 appointments. One's let me down, only one. That was quite good. But I've signed up 2 partners so far. I've signed up 4 customers. And in fact, I'm about to get a whole load more from it. Isn't that interesting? Business that I wouldn't have had. And one of those partners is about to hit QD star, the whole works. 6 double gold homeowners plus a partner. And they work full time, both of them. In fact, they do 2-3 jobs each. Fascinating. When people want something, when your motivation is good, it's surprising what you'll do. Okay, so I'm going to say to you, I'm still doing these things because I am looking for people that want to make money. Would you say more than any other time we are in a situation, a crisis, where at every angle households are being hit? Let's not be, come on, this 1st of July price drop, we know it's only for a few months, because Cornwall Insights have already said it's going to go up 1st of October and 1st of April next year. So people are really, really, you know, they know that this, and you know, even though the prices have come down, let's not come under any illusions. They're still double they were 2 years ago. I don't think there's a 35% hike in what's going on in retail. I think we've seen a 50% hike. I've seen prices go nuts. I can't believe what I'm spending in the supermarket. Okay. Now we've got mortgages going up ridiculously. When people are out of that fixed, it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. They're having to find £500, £600, £700 more, but their salaries aren't going up. You know, at one time, You could have been easily dismissed for saying to somebody, I can show you something that could really help you. I think actually there's a lot more people that are willing to listen now. We've got something that's really good. So when we're out and about, yes, you want to get that appointment purely for a customer, but you are going to show them that opportunity. Okay. When you're on holiday yourself, I'm going back a bit. You know what? You're going to meet people on holiday, and this is a corker. So in their first few days of their holiday, if they have a week or 2 weeks, it's all rosy. I tell you what, you start to talk to them on the last couple of days of a holiday. You speak to them on a plane on the return journey. You see nothing but miserable faces. They may have got a tan, but they're going home to debt, reality. And a lot of people sadly have put it on credit card, and that is really awful. I have prospected people on a plane. I've done it, and I've waited to the return journey. I did that. We used to have something called the Independence newspaper, and I asked the head stewardess, could I give out some free information that would really help folk? And she said, yeah, fine. So I waited till we got up there. Then I got out my seat and I just went up and down the aisle. This is for you. This is for you. This is for you. Some really great reading. Anyway, most people said, oh, thank you very much. Because you know what? Most of them have already read the plane, all the food and the trinkets that you can buy. And they've probably read their books and stuff like that. But on the return journey, it's pretty dire. And most of them were really glad. Now, I did have one lady that got up and she made a point of coming up to me and thrusting it back at me. And she said, I think it's disgusting that you're soliciting. And I turned around and said, I'll have that from you. You're the wrong sort of person that I should give it to. And I turned it round. Now I'm going to tell you, I did it. And a week later, we got a phone call from a chap from Manchester that was on the plane. And I did end up signing him up from that Independence newspaper. So there you go. I've spoken to other people. I tend to, when you're on holiday, what you don't want to do is sell UW. Right? Please don't sell it. You just want to ask them, have genuine chats with people. Oh, where are you from? Oh, what do you do? Do you know what the number one subject is for folk? They love to talk about themselves. That's most people. Now, if you just ask them questions, do you know what? It's amazing how forthcoming they are. And actually, what happens is that you'll find that they will come forth even more. Now, you don't have to instantly blurb them, because if they're in the same, I don't know, resort as you, there's a likelihood you're going to meet up again at dinner or whatever. You know, it's going to happen. And you could say to them, when they start moaning about, don't know how, you know, this is probably our last holiday for the rest of the year, whatever they may say, you could say, do you know what? This is probably not the time or the place. But when you get back, I can help you with that. I'll send you some information. Now, UW stories are fantastic. Okay, they're absolutely brilliant. I can't believe how many they've produced now. It's really good stuff. But get their name and number, put it in your phone, put a reminder, because believe me, you will forget things, put a reminder in the contact, something like holiday, you know, describe them. And perhaps in the contact, in a note section, put down their woes that they told you. Really important, that, because in the scheme of things, you're going to be busy subsequently. And then when you get back, you can give them a call, ring them up and say, hi, I promised to send you some information. I'm going to send you a little 2-minute video. Have a look. I'd value your opinion. It'd be really good feedback for me. And if you're still interested, then reply back regardless. And I can always give you some more information, or we can chat and I can answer your questions. Now, I'm going to tell you that that is my real chosen method. It works so much. I turned up obviously at the Bournemouth Buzz early, and I went to the bar, and there was one barman. This is relevant to all of this. There was one barman, and he had me, another guy, and somebody else waiting. And he did come to me, which surprised me. And I said, oh no, in fairness, this gentleman was waiting before me, and so was that lady down there, at which they both thanked me. Okay. Anyway, when finally he got to me, I said to him, which I didn't think was an unfair thing to say, I just said, I hope you've got some more staff arriving to help you, because we've got 40 to 80 people coming later, all coming to hear how to earn some more money. He turned around and said to me, oh, learning how to earn money. I'd be interested in that. I said, oh, what a shame you're stuck behind the bar. I said, I tell you what, why don't I take your name and number? Would you like some information sent to you? He said, yes, please. His name's Lucas. Lucas has watched Younger Generations UW Stories. He's now watched the one which is about Earn the Different Ways, and he's still chatting to me. He's interested. Let the tools do the work for us. Don't sell it to them. Let the tools do it. It's brilliant. And on holiday is so prime, because people are in that, I'd like this kind of life forever. And you know what? You could say, I can possibly help you. How to have more holidays, how to pay those prices going up, whatever it is. It's the best way to be able to help folk, is don't sell it at the moment. Okay. I've put here, hear their woes. Yeah, hear their woes. So I'm going to end on a note here now. It's not just about money, this business. The money is wonderful. It gives you choices. And this is the big thing that Mr. Critchley has always said. Everybody wants more money. That's a fact. In fact, it's very difficult to be satisfied with what you've got. And people always say, oh, when I hit this amount of money each month, I'll be happy. I'm now going to say to you, that's not true. Everybody lives up to their means. Always has done, always will do, because their choices get wider and bigger, and they've got access to do more things. That's what happens. And this business enables people to have choices like they never had before, because Jobland, and I was in it, is extremely limiting. In order to rise up, you generally have to hope that somebody leaves, made redundant, or dies before you can get, what do they call it? A promotion. A promotion. Now with us, anyone could be promoted and it doesn't affect anyone else. Isn't that fantastic? And in fact, it's so good to be able to support other people to do well, because I'm all excited when I see promotions happen. I get like, wow, this is fantastic. And it doesn't affect me. Isn't that great? The more we do for others, the more we get back in return. Zig Ziglar says, help enough people get what they want and you'll get everything you want. So this is all about, the summer season can be amazing, but it's just say to yourself, I'm going to do a little bit extra. I'm going to make the effort. Yes, I might be on holiday, but do you know what? You can do mountains on this mobile phone. Absolutely crazy what you can do on that mobile phone. All right. So I hope that's kind of helped a little bit. I just want to show you on the screen before I go. And hopefully you can see, this is my desktop. And if you go to the learning portal, it's a bit strange, the learning portal. Can I just say to everyone, just so you, it says it recommends that I doing appointments, signing up. This is getting started. Can I tell you, I do this about once every 6 months. All right. It says complete now, which is quite interesting because obviously I really do know this. But I want you to go down and I want you to see that there's lots and lots of stuff. And I want you to go to hear the podcasts because I listen to these. Now, this morning, I'll share with you, I was at 9 o'clock, I was going to be watching the big night in from the other night. Yeah. And I do it as I'm walking. But as it happened, there was a whole Zoom glitch and it's had to be postponed to Thursday. So I thought to myself, oh, I've got my earplugs. I want to do something. So I came here and look at all this wonderful stuff, growing your business with referrals, all about cashback, top tips for recruitment, top tips for running a 20K giveaway, focus point, networking, loads of them. And there you are, top tips for summer success. Now, it was last year, but it's still relevant. Entrepreneurial mindset. These are great because you can listen to them while you're doing something else. Can I suggest that ironing, anybody enjoy ironing? I don't. Oh, I hate it. I like the result, but I hate it. What a wonderful way to utilize multi-skill. You know, stick the phone in your pocket, put in an earpiece, and look, you're learning while you're ironing. Hey, that's good, isn't it? Right, guys, it's as normal. Thank you for listening and watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Next week, same time, same place. If you've got any ideas of what you'd like to focus on, please let me know. And I hope that was helpful. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye. Thank you, Lisa.
Bye. Thanks.